Here we go. Welcome back, Next Gen family, to another amazing edition of Mentor Moments. I'm joined by the wonderful Arz Azar. We have so much to talk about today. Arz is an absolute beast. He's the senior marketing manager for Expo 2020 in Dubai. We're going to dive into some of that stuff. We're going to dive into some next generation stuff. So get out a pen, get out a notepad, get ready to take some notes because Arz and I are about to dive in. Arz, thanks for being here, my man.
Thank you for having me. How are you, Andrew?
I'm doing so well. We're just laughing. You're in Dubai. It's dark out where you are. I'm in LA. It's morning time where I am. But we're still making it happen, connecting over 12 hours of time change right now in the midst of a pandemic. But I am grateful for you. And I want to dive right in because I want our people to get to know you. We're going to do that with a little next gen tradition, a little quick four. I like to call them 4 quick questions. To get you on your toes and get you excited for this interview. Are you ready to give us some information?
A bit scared, but let's do that.
Let's do it. Your first question, Arz, what is your favorite book?
It's a book that was recommended by a good friend of mine recently. It's the book that you wish your parents have read. That's what it's called.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So interesting. What's have you read through it yet? I'm assuming you've read through it if it's
so I'm still reading through, and you don't need to be a parent or expecting to read it. So I would suggest that anyone can read it because it teaches you a lot about who you are and how you should deal with things from an inwards perspective.
Yeah. I love that.
To say the least about this book. Yeah.
Arz, your second quick fire question. What is your favorite place in the world and why? I know we talked about this a little bit, but I'm intrigued because you're over there in Dubai, which, you know, from a US perspective, we're like, wow, that's a really cool city. But you're telling me your favorite place might be over here stateside.
So absolutely. So I had the chance to visit LA because I have family there. But since then, I've been coming back and forth to LA every time I get the chance to. I've lived all my life. I've lived in cities next to the sea. So that's one of the things why I like LA. And, you know, it's always hot. It's always sunny. I don't like gloomy. I don't like gray. So yeah, and I think having family there makes it also feel like home. And my favorite part of it is the road trip to San Fran, you know, on the PCH1.
Yeah,
I've done this already 2 times.
Wow.
And I'm ready to do it again and again. So yeah.
Well, I can't wait for that. Maybe we'll do it together one day. You'll come through.
We'll have to.
Definitely.
We'll have to.
Definitely. Your third quick fire question. Are you a coffee or a tea person?
Coffee.
Coffee. There we go. I knew we were going to be friends from the minute we started this. And your final one to wrap us all up, Arz, talk us through your morning routine and how you set yourself up for success every day.
Interesting, because it wasn't a great routine, to be honest with you, but recently I decided to to adapt a new one because I felt like, you know, after I had a baby, I felt like I was getting tired. You know, having a baby gets a big toll on your health, your activities in general. But then I'm like, you know, enough is enough, and I need to go back to being active. So I wake up every morning at like 6, because if I don't wake up by 6:20, the kid is gonna wake me up anyway. So I wake up and I just wait for him to wake up because I just wanna see him. You know, I just wanna play with him. I wanna start the day on a good note. Wow. And after that, by 7 a.m., I'm out. There's a running track just in front of my house. So I go every day for the 1-hour walk, power walk.
Yeah.
And that's it. It gets you going. Your mind is clear. Sometimes I just put meditation music or maybe an audiobook or any podcast, TED Talks, anything that kind of inspires me. So I like to there are four things that I've seen. I don't know who I got it from, but just looking at different videos on social, on YouTube, by inspiring people. It's all about thankfulness. It's all about meditation. It's all about inspiration and being active and exercising. So I try to have at least these four things on a daily basis. So like I said, I wake up being thankful because God gave me this beautiful baby, and I hope I can, be a good father. By meditation, I do it while I'm walking in the morning. Listening to new books, reading new books give me the inspiration. And exercising, I need to, I have an issue with my sciatica, but once this is solved, I'm back to exercising as well. So yeah.
I love that.
That's
I
it.
absolutely love that. What a wonderful way to start the day. Ars, thanks for giving us some insight into you as a person, and into the routines you have, the books you love, your coffee choice. But I'm excited now to dive a little bit more into you and some of the work that you're doing right now. Obviously, I want to start with Expo 2020 in Dubai, and tell our audience a little bit about what this is, what you guys are creating, an insane initiative that you've undertaken. So if you could just give us a little overview of what Expo 2020 is and what you guys are trying to achieve.
No, absolutely. So Expo is not something new. It's been here since the 1800s, and a lot of expos around the world just left a lot of legacies behind them. So I don't know if you guys know that the Eiffel Tower is a leftover, if you want to call it, from a previous expo. The ice cream cone, the biscuit, is also a result of an expo. So X-ray. So there's a lot of things that previous expos left behind as legacies. But most of the previous expos were looked at more as a, kind of a business to business meetings, countries, governments, more like, I don't want to say dull and boring, but it's more like corporate, right? But the thing is that when Dubai won the Expo bid in 2013, this is where they decided that, being Dubai, and not just because it's the tallest, the biggest, the greatest, but they really thought about it. And it's like, why expos are not for everybody? It's not only for businesses. It's not only for governments. It's for all of us, because we all live on this planet. We need to preserve this planet. We're visitors here. Without us, nature can go on and flourish, right? So we need to come together, all of us, and think about how can we, take care of Mother Earth and make sure that the generations to come will actually follow in our steps. And that's it. We live in harmony with nature, live with each other, like keep thinking, keep inventing, keep moving forward. But let's do it responsibly.
And I know you guys have an insane goal of trying to bring 25 million people, right? Is that an accurate estimate? 25 million people to...
So 25 million visits is an accurate number. So definitely it takes into consideration the repeat visits. So but these are all like pre-pandemic numbers. And the new plans now definitely are changing by the day. You can't get a real estimate at this time, but things are looking brighter. So every week we get like reports from like travel reports and stuff like that. So we're actually seeing that things are moving forward, and also like a lot of big events had to go completely digital. So also looking into a digital aspect of the expo as well, because like I said, it's all about connecting minds, right?
Hmm.
Expo stands for Connecting Minds, Creating the Future. So whichever way we can connect these minds,
Yeah.
we're going to be looking at it. So it's not only you have to come to Dubai and physically be here to attend. Even if you're in LA, sunny LA, you can, but like I said, these are all plans that are being worked on now. Nothing decided yet, nothing tangible, but definitely we'll let the world know when we're ready.
Yeah. And talk to us a little bit about the pivot, as you were saying, before we, kind of jumped on. You're saying that you guys decided to keep the name Expo 2020, even though, this year is not one that you're able to host and bring people to this incredible event. What's the rationale behind wanting to keep it Expo 2020?
It's legacy, right? So even though we're doing it in 2021, but this is Expo 2020. And whatever happened in 2020, we're not gonna look at it as everything is bad and gloomy. No, definitely there's a lot of learnings from whatever is happening. So we always try to be positive, and this is Expo's outlook to the future, to the world.
Yeah.
Where you would think that most of the news will show you calamities, disasters, look what's happening. Expo has always adopted a different perspective because we need to believe in our capabilities, and we need to be positive, and we need to look for solutions and kind of trust and believe that we can find these solutions, right?
Definitely.
That's it. It's the power of positivity.
I love that. Ars, how can our people all the way over here in this side of the world get involved either now in 2021? I know you're leading a lot of the digital and social pushes. How can we interact with what you guys are building? How can we see? I got to look at these huge gates that are like welcoming people into the expo that they were building. I mean, you guys are doing some incredible stuff. How can we on this side of the world get involved?
So absolutely. So you said it right. So by following us on our social media channels, on the website, and by the way, the website also, it's one of my projects, at specific projects at Expo. So it's getting also a revamp soon. So I'll let you know, guys, when we do that. But this is just from kind of like following what we're doing. But there's a lot of ways that people can be part of the journey as of now. So people living in the UAE have the option to actually volunteer to work at Expo, right? Which is gonna be like during the event.
Yeah.
And we have kind of like, we have really big numbers of people just wanting to volunteer to be part of this historic event, So other than that, there's a lot of you can go to the website and check business opportunities. So we have a platform called OMP, which people can register to, and if they have if they have a business or a service that Expo might need, they can register there, and Expo can reach out to them in when and if they need this specific service.
Yeah, so exciting. I can't wait to see what you guys build. I might have to come to Dubai to be able to check it out myself. I mean, it's truly, truly incredible.
Yeah, but let me also say that it's not only Expo or Dubai who's building, the Expo site. It's there. We have 190 plus countries participating.
Wow.
And most of them, let's say maybe less than half of these countries, are building their own pavilions. So their own architects, their own construction companies, and also from an architecture point of view, this is going to be a lot of inspiration from a sustainability point of view, from mobility point of view. So these are actually the three sub themes of Expo. So yes, it is all about connecting minds, creating the future. But if we want to focus the thoughts and the ideas. Sub-theme number one is sustainability. So how can we build sustainably? How can we move sustainably? How can we eat sustainably? So it's all about sustainability.
Yeah.
The second one is mobility. And mobility, not just how we commute using our cars or our scooters or our bicycles, it's how we travel. It's how our business are mobile, so on and so forth. And then the third theme, which is the opportunity. So how can we find opportunities around us? How can we bring two businesses that we can come together and actually create a new opportunity? So these are the kind of three themes that we're going to be kind of focusing on at Expo. And this is what people can expect of being inspired by these three themes.
Yeah. So exciting. And I can't wait, whether I'm coming in person or tuning in online. I think it's going to be an incredible day.
You should. I mean, definitely it's different when you're physically here, like any other experience. But, even, but let's be hopeful. Let's be hopeful that the world will be, I'm not going to say back to normal, because I don't think we need to go back in general. We always move forward. We were built to move forward. We were built to move, to run, to walk. So we're not going back. But let's just hope that we go to a phase where the world can, hug again, kiss, greet, shake hands. That's it. That's all we want. But hopefully, we would love to have you with us, Andrew.
Definitely. Well, Arz, we somehow made it basically to the end of our time together. I don't know, this flew by. But I told you I like to end with the same question every time, and it's a question that looks to the future. So I think a perfect segue. We're not going back. We're thinking about what comes next. And when you think about this next generation, whether it's your son growing up and becoming, the next leader of the world or whatever it may be, what excites you about what's to come for all of us as a species?
Oh, wow. Very deep question. I love it. Look, like I said, I'm an optimistic person. I always see the positive things in life, and I like to focus on that. And what I see about what I love about this new generation is they're unapologetic, and for the right reason, not just because they want to be rebellious. It's because they're not accepting the status quo because the government or the older people are just telling them what, how things are done or how things should be. They're questioning, and questioning is the start of everything good.
Definitely.
So I would say I love that about them, and I would, if I want to tell them something, keep questioning. Keep questioning yourselves, your parents, the authorities. Keep questioning.
Love that.
Yeah. And that's what I love about them. And I love that they're not kind of following into the steps of the older generations, where we were kind of programmed to study, get a job, join a multinational, buy a house, all this kind of like pre-written scenario, if you want. And they're just doing whatever they feel is good for them. And they're being more responsible, and they're being more, how to say it, they're being sensitive, right? They're most of the new businesses that we see, people are really working hard for these businesses to be sustainable, not to have any bad impact on the planet. So I love that. I love that about the new generation, and it's inspiring. And like I told you offline before, is that I'm actually inspired by the new generation. I'm not that old, but still I see boys and girls in their 18, 19, 20 years old, and they inspire me. So like I said earlier, inspiration can come from anywhere. Definitely. And these days, I think a lot of old people are really being inspired by the younger generation, and keep it going.
I love that. I love that. Wonderful way to end. Inspiration can come from anywhere. Ars, you are an inspiration. Thank you for joining us on Mentor Moments with NextGen HQ. We'll have to get you back soon, maybe right before the event. You can give us the update on why we need to be there and how we can get involved.
Anytime. It will be my pleasure, Andrew. And thank you for having me again. And apologies for the bad hair, the bad lighting, the setup, but it doesn't matter. It's what we say, it's what we're talking about,
100%.
and that's what matters. So anytime, we'll be happy to come back and give you guys any updates.